called me in 2003. And I don't remember because it was so insignificant because I did not really care. Okay, in fact, he was the one who told me, in fact, I called you a year before. You didn't agree to a meeting. But in 2004, si Angie called me. And it was an almost meeting in Starbucks 6750. Why do we mean almost, no? How many of you are first-timers, not yet distributors? Can you raise your hand? Not yet distributors, okay. Thank you. So at least I know, no? So what happened was that it was a noon meeting at Starbucks 6750, which is just an elevator away from my office. I don't have to park, I don't have to do anything. But I came from a meeting, and in that meeting we had lunch. And because I was so stressed and thinking about so many things, I forgot about our 12 o'clock meeting. And so I had lunch on the other side, at yung Starbucks, nandun sa kabila. I forgot the name. Lolo Dats na ngayon yun, but I forgot the name. And so Dennis and Angie were waiting for me for 45 minutes. And I was not responding to their calls or to their texts because it was in my pocket. So if you're a distributor, have you felt that before? Yeah, that was me. Okay, I was late and I was uncaring apparently, but I just didn't hear the phone. And when I saw it, oh no, may meeting nga pala ako. Eh hindi naman ako yung bastos na ng Indian. So nahiya ako, tumakbo kagad ako dun sa kabila. 12:45, I have to be back in the meeting by 1 o'clock. So they have 15 minutes to present to me. And so Dennis was there, and three things I remember is not just about the laptop. Yes, his laptop was new, and maybe that laptop right now has paid out, no? His laptop was new, but I also observed, I saw the biophotonic scanner for the first time back then. And number three, I saw Dennis. Impression ko sa network marketing and direct marketing, it's a hard sell. Okay? They don't care about what you want, they care about what they want. And so Dennis, when he showed me the project, was quite patient in asking me what I wanted, even if we only had 15 minutes. Earlier, I was talking to someone, I only have 30 minutes, sabi niya sa akin. Tapos sabi, oh, can we make it quick? Ganun ako dati. But Dennis was, so John, you're successful in PNG already, why are you still open? So he was making friends, okay? And so that was the first engagement, and I signed up not for the kit, but for the portfolio to research, because employees like to research, right? And think rather than act and decide, right? And so, and after that, there were several missed follow-up meetings. Ano yung missed follow-up meetings? Natawag siya sa akin, hindi ako sasagot. Ang sagot ko sa kanya, para hindi mapastos, 1 out of 3. Pag nakadalawang hindi na ako sumagot, sasagot ako ng isa. Kasi busy ako and hectic, and I wasn't that eager yet. But I knew my direction was into business, and I was open because I was looking for different business options. Not yet sure if Musin was gonna be the one, but I was not sure also if it was going to be a garments business, if it was going to be a wholesale business, whatever. I was just exploring. And I was not exploring quite urgently because it was quite comfortable still. So what happened was that Dennis eventually gets me to another meeting here, and I don't sign up for the entire kit. I still just buy a part of the package. At that time, it was Life Pack and Cordimax. So kung sa TRA transformation set, TRA complex tsaka Dolin lang binili. Right? Hindi naman sa wala akong pera, pero sigurista kasi. May mga sigurista ba sa inyo dito? Yung may kausap kayo, sigurista yung prospect. Fortunately, at that time, Dennis was already 5 years doing the business, and he had enough patience to follow me up for another 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, I decided to invest because what happened with Cordimax, asthmatic kasi ako, and so what happened was that I was assigned in Central Luzon from Iba Zambales to Manila. It's roughly 6 hours that time. But it took me 9 hours at that time kasi yung Lubao, OG Road, was baha. And so I was very stressed from Manila, driving down to, from Iba, driving down to Manila. And I was surprised, by the time I got to my house at 10 p.m., sabi ko, oh, bakit parang hindi pa ako pagod? And I was around a week or more na sa Cordimax. Sabi ko, ba, parang nag-work yata. Pero, the skeptic in me, it's too good to be true. Okay, so I was like that. I'm a skeptic because the information looks good, but I'm not comfortable with the industry. So my body, my emotions is parang challenging the reality that I was feeling. And so, that weekend, we fly to Bangkok with my batchmates in Xavier. And we go to Chatuchak in the morning. How many of you have been to Chatuchak? And I was surprised because I left my life pack in Cordimax in the Philippines because I'm a lousy packer. And so I forgot the important stuff. And so nagwent ako, kahit na nagtutour-tour lang kami doon, mas mabilis ako mapagod. Mukha nag-work na. So pagbalik ko ng Manila, parang addict na ako sa Cordimax. Okay, so, nag-work. Tapos nagba-basketball kami interdepartment. And at that time, pag naglaro ako ng mga 5 minutes, medyo sumusunog baga na ako. Pasab na, pasab na. Kahit napiyapan pa ako, minsan playing time yung hinihingi eh. Pero ako nagpapasab kasi hindi na kaya ng baga ako. But after Cordy Max, nagulat ako, hindi na ako nagpapasab. Matagal na yung laro ko. Kaya sabi ko, mukhang may potential yata to. And that's what got me started. The fact that the products were effective, even if I was skeptic, was something that I could not contest. Because it was 3 different instances. That was just Cordy Max. So I was skeptic at first. I was intrigued with a biophotonic scanner. And so I was in an investigation mode for the first 3 months in doing the business. I had already invested $500,000 and another 300,000 for other businesses. And so at that time, it was an 11,000 peso investment. And for me, that's, and you get products, that's basically something that is risk-free already. And for the sake of exploring which business would be viable, I explored New Skin. And for the sake of exploring, if I had 3 businesses, I want to explore which is viable. Kasi hindi man galit pag nag-RTW ako, maging maulad yung kinikita nun, di ba? So, New Skin at that time was a 3rd option and I was on an investigation mode for 3 months. That was my mindset. Pupunta ako dito, titingnan ko na yung mga tao. Kapani-paniwala ba sila? Totoo ba sinasabi nila? And what I observed in the Synergy BOMs and the BOMs here was it was very different from what I perceived originally with network marketing. Yung mga power, hype, hard selling. Dito, very smart yung usapan. So what do you think? Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, here's some information. They'll allow you to decide based on your own intellect. Versus, gusto mo talaga yumaman o hindi? Di ba? Kasi minsan may mga ganun eh. Ito, checking ko na hindi ka pa naniniwala. Di ba? So, I don't like that kind of approach. Because that does not work for people like me. Alright? And so, Dennis was very patient. It took him 5 follow-ups for me to decide to step forward and investigate. Not yet to run with him, right? And so, eventually, I met Jerome San. Is Jerome here? Yeah, si Jerome. Palakpakan si Jerome because of cash flow. Because of cash flow, I said, you know what? This business looks professional. And so, Jerome, wala kami pinag-usapan. Kala ko, akong tsaba to ni Dennis, ha? So, siguro, i-convert ako nito mag-New Skin. Pero alala ko, pinag-usapan namin, Jerome, mukhang maganda yung katawan mo. Do you work out? Yeah, why? But what I appreciated was there was no hard sell at all. And when we did cash flow, I was able to get off the rat race, and I appreciated the objectivity of the transfer of information. Okay, no hard sell. It was basically that. And so eventually, I went to a boot camp and a regional convention. In the regional convention in Hong Kong, I was so surprised because in the Philippines, I perceived network marketing to be for people who are housewives, who are jeepney drivers, who don't have a better option, or who just want to make a lot of money in whatever way. But in Hong Kong, I was surprised because the people who were going up as Blue Diamonds and Team Elites were vice president and directors of multinational companies and banks. So it altered my perspective of the business. And so I decided to do the business sometime in late 2004 to early 2005. And I did not attend trainings on weekends because I was in Divisoria buying for my garments stall in Green Hills. And so Dennis would call me. How many of you would be called by your upline on Saturday? Dennis would call me and he cannot get me there because I'm stuck in Divisoria. Right? I was buying my, ano tawag doon? Yung mga rehas, parang rehas na sasabitan. Mga hangers, ganon. So, ganon. Willing ako mag-ganon kahit na district manager ako ng PNG because for me, I knew that I would not be happy in corporate long-term. Okay? So, I was looking for a way out, a transition plan. Not yet sure if it's New Skin. In fact, I was really considering New Skin to be real at that time. Okay? So initial challenges, I tried to do the business, but there was a lot of distractions. My job was a distraction. My basketball was a distraction. My DVDs were a distraction. So I wasn't really serious in doing the business. Anyway, my intention was just to investigate and validate. So it doesn't really matter if I become rich immediately kasi hindi pa ako naniniwala. Indecision. So gagawin ko ba New Skin o hindi? Pupunta ba ako sa BOM o hindi? So initially, meron rin ganon. Okay, fear of what other people would think. So I had concerns that, I'm a district manager and I would talk to people and they would think I'm so desperate already because of how we perceive other people who approach network marketing. Yung nag-invite kay Tin to First Quadrant was my staff. Okay, and she couldn't convince me to do First Quadrant. Okay, why? Very simple. Italian shoes is in Rosan's 5,000, Marikina shoes 8,000. Doesn't make sense for me. Okay, and so, I did not want people to think of me like her, na nangungulit, tapos pipilitin, tapos gagamitin yung friendship para kumita ng pera. And so I was quite hesitant initially to talk to my friends and prospects. Okay, it took me quite a while to start inviting effectively to the meetings. And I remember I would give Dennis all sorts of excuses not to invite. And eventually, when he felt that I was having a hard time, he invited me to his house to do a team call session. And in that meeting, he taught me how to invite. And suddenly, sabi niya sa akin, "Oh John, tawag ka na." I wanted not to call because I was conscious of what other people would think. But si Dennis, nag-aantay. Nakatingin sa akin gano'n, tawag ka na. So tawag ako kasi parang pilitan talaga. No? So anyway, pagtawag ko, I was surprised. 3 of my friends from college agreed to a meeting. Okay? And 2 of them signed up. And that started the ball rolling for me. And that was a lot of Dennis's support. Laziness. So I don't have to do new skin. I'm not going hungry. And so do I have to stay late? Initially, no? Initially, I was like this. Do I have to go early on a Saturday morning? It's so difficult because Saturday fun machine nung bata tayo. Dapat tulog ka or nag-good time ka ng Saturday. Yun yung training, di ba? Pero kahit na nagtsatsyangge business ako, sabay, napansin ko, ang tsyangge, kahit Saturday, kahit Sunday, kailangan nandun ka. Kahit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, kailangan nandun ka. So, sabi ko, teka lang, ito at least Saturday lang. Eh yun, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tapos, hindi pa naman malaki ang kinikita ko doon kasi limited lang yung expansion opportunity. I was lazy.